It's Gorman in the morning with Fletcher and Ryder. Now, 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning. Minnesota's 92 KQRS. It is Tuesday morning. It's Tuesday. It's not Tuesday.
Okay,
It's
please don't make up
Tuesday.
another weekday. I don't think
Sorry,
I can
man.
handle it.
Yeah.
Tuesday. That's what they originally called Wednesday. It was a combination Tuesday. It was like brunch, you know what I mean? It was
I
like
know.
breakfast and lunch. Well, Tuesday was kind of like in between Tuesday and Thursday. And then they're like, that'll be confusing. Let's call it Wednesday.
You're just thoroughly backing up the thought that Tuesday is overlooked and an afterthought.
Oh, it's the run of the week. It always is. Always will be. I'm here with Paul Fletcher.
Hey there, Tuesday.
Ryder.
Wasserschwein.
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 Ain't no capybara here, baby. It's all about the Wasserschwein.
It sounds like the excerpt from a metal song.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's
Wasserschwein.
you could work that over a hard riff and go to number
sure.
one in Sweden next week.
Oh, yeah.
Wasserschwein.
Get some black beats in there. Let's go.
You know it.
Wasserschwein.
I saw a license plate in Boston in 1990, and it was just a bunch of numbers, 19919. And I turned it into a Metallica song, and I sang it fierce. 19919, 19919. That was a whole thing. Stick ran that for everyone. Always knew what I was talking about.
Let's keep it going.
You know, anytime there was like a metal song, it would turn into 19919. Let's get to it. I'm feeling Minnesota. Paul Fletcher, please, some headlines.
All right. Both Governor Tim Walz and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry spoke to President Trump yesterday, which by all accounts resulted in a, quote, productive call that reportedly will result in some, not all, ICE agents, as well as Border Patrol Commander Greg Bavino, leaving Minnesota as early as today. President Trump also agreed a change in tactics was necessary.
Keep it up, Minneapolis. Well done.
Former Canadian Olympic snowboarder Ryan Wedding was in court today and pleaded not guilty to charges linking him to a massive drug trafficking and murder operation. He competed at the 2002 Winter Games, but most recently was on the FBI's 10 most wanted list. Federal investigators say he spent years running a $1 billion operation that moved an estimated 60 tons of cocaine from Colombia into the U.S. and Canada. Prosecutors also accuse him of ordering multiple killings, including the murder of a government witness who was shot at a restaurant before he could testify. Prosecutors say Wedding worked with Colombian and Mexican cartels using boats and planes to move cocaine into Mexico before smuggling across the U.S. border.
If this guy wanted me to pay attention to snowboarding, he just should have said so.
Yeah.
Now, the fact that I now am never going to forget a snowboarder's name, I'm actually kind of I've been trying not to pay attention all these years, and now I have to notice.
Shaun White means nothing to you?
Nothing at all.
Okay.
No, sorry.
It reminds me, there's a Prime documentary series called Cocaine Quarterback, a quarterback from USC who went through the very thing. Have you heard about this one?
No.
It's also insane.
I've been meaning to watch it.
It's as insane as what I just read.
That is really, I mean, regardless of what you've ever done, when you're organizing hits and you're, $1 billion of drugs moving and you're basically a dude from Canada and then on top of it, an Olympic athlete.
Yeah.
The word Netflix comes right to mind. That movie's probably already under, in development right now.
I wouldn't be surprised. The Minnesota State Fair announced yesterday that Bonnie Raitt will kick off the Grandstand Series on day one of the Great Minnesota Get-Together, which is August 27th. There's a pre-sale today at 10 a.m. with the public on sale of tickets this Friday at 10 a.m.
The funny thing about Bonnie Raitt is she's amazing.
That's what everyone who has seen her
God.
says. They're like, you will not regret going to this show. Hey, 211 days until the opening of the 2026 Minnesota State Fair. Giddy up.
Next time you see a guitarist live in front of any audience, club or arena, and they're playing a slide, go up to them and go, hey, what do you think of Bonnie Raitt as a guitarist? And then sit down because they're going to talk for a while.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
Awesome. The Poplar Street Bridge in St. Louis was shut down over the weekend due to a massive spill of yogurt.
Oh, boy.
All westbound lanes of the bridge crossing the Mississippi River were closed after multiple semi-trucks crashed due to falling snow. Police described a dramatic scene with one semi's trailer split in half and its cargo, yogurt, spilled across the roadway. Road crews had to battle slick, hazardous conditions as they worked to clear the wreckage and the yogurt. After a couple of hours, the yogurt and damaged trucks were cleared and the bridge was reopened.
I'm not buying it. I think it was these protein freak nutritionists looking for more yogurt. They staged this whole thing.
Was
Shockingly
heist gone wrong?
Just a lot of protein in yogurt. A lot of people don't know that.
There can be.
It's true.
That's my way of saying, yeah, I know I need to eat protein. Get off my back.
I just hope there wasn't any mixed berry spilled. That would be tragic.
That would be tragic.
A pop-up museum called the Museum of Personal Failure just opened in Vancouver. Here's Avon Collins, the person behind it.
Here's a couple of people telling you about their exhibits.
This is I called it $33 bill failed album. These are some of the first musical ideas that I really ever came up with.
I make knives that have been sold all over the world. This is the first knife I finished in 2025, a year ago. And when I went to sharpen it, I found out that I couldn't sharpen it. Something was wrong with it.
What? Okay, so also in this museum, featured items include a dead plant, a divorced woman's wedding dress, and a whole wall of rejected job applications.
The Museum of
Failures.
What?
Personal failures.
Wow. Mine would have to be spoken word, and I'll just tell all the stories of all the great advice I ignored. It's a tradition since the late 70s.
Yeah.
Somebody looks at me and goes, "Hey, let me tell you something," and I go, "That's fascinating." And then I just move on with my day.
Is the big one the buying in on AOL or something
That's
like that?
not even the worst.
No.
No, there's others. There's so many things. Sounds great, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's kind of fun being me, except for when it's not. Let's talk sports. The Minnesota Timberwolves, on the second end of a back-to-back with the Golden State Warriors, got off the schneid. The Warriors sat out a whole lot of people. Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Al Horford, a few guys injured. So basically, it was the Warriors' game to lose, and they certainly did. For the Wolves, any win is a good win at this point, and they did what they had to do. The defense, blah, blah, blah. They're all saying all the things. Let's hang our hat on this one. Here we go. Here we go.
It's a building block.
I'm certainly hopeful that's the case. The Minnesota Twins, remember them? Baseball team?
Vaguely.
In arbitration, they have agreed on a new deal for Joe Ryan for one season. $6.1 million salary for this season.
Okay.
There's a $100,000 buyout on a $13 million mutual option for 27. Those options are almost always declined. Ryan is still 2 years away from reaching free agency. All this to say, just remember this. Enjoy him while he's here. Because when he becomes a free agent, he's gone. He's going to go make so much money somewhere else.
Yeah.
Great pitcher. Okay. I'm just going to go back. Let's get in the Wayback Machine to 1984. Okay. And I'm always,
What's back there?
I just always laugh when I start to talk about Wayne Gretzky back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
On this day in 1984, that little freak for the Edmonton Oilers scored a goal in the first period of a game against the New Jersey Devils. That extended his point-scoring streak to 51 games.
Yeah.
This is crazy!
That was an NHL record then. It's an NHL record now. Added to the list of records that you will not see fall in your lifetime.
Wow.
Probably. Can't say 100%, but probably.
In those 51 games, he had 61 goals and 92 assists. It's just
Wasserschwein.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. It doesn't make sense.
Also, yesterday was his birthday, so there you go.
Yeah.
It's all
Fair
perfect.
enough.
Yeah. He was absolutely insane to watch play the game.
Minnetonka, a beautiful spot. I love the water towers out there. Man,
Yes.
good water tower scene in Minnetonka.
I know. Good place to purify yourself.
You know.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Okay. Big story going around, making the rounds on the internet. A couple in their apartment hired a cleaning service to come in. And they left a
lucky
note.
ducks.
They left a note that said, we hid 100 mini plastic ducks around the apartment. We do this to ensure a job well done.
Oh, my God.
Please leave all ducks in this jar. And then there are some photos of the hidden ducks.
Wait, she doesn't get to keep the ducks? The
No.
cleaning lady doesn't?
The cleaning.
She's not a Jeep owner and doesn't get to spread them all over the dashboard?
We want to make sure you're really doing a thorough job because we can't tell because we're stupid.
I got an idea.
Look at surfaces and counters and look in your kitchen, look in your fridge, look everywhere. I don't know if they did a good job or not, so I'm going to give them another job.
Both my husband and my mom would tell you that I also can't tell if something is clean or not clean.
Okay. All right. Well, but I just see this as like, okay, in the time it takes you to hide 100 ducks, you
could have just
clean
cleaned
that
the
damn place
apartment.
yourself.
Yeah, you know what? If I was the cleaning person, I would just re-hide the ducks and leave a new note.
Man, yeah. Thank you.
You know what I mean? That's how condescending it. Do it yourself then. My God.
100 ducks seems like a lot.
People are insufferable.
100's nuts, and then or just take all the ducks. Leave with the ducks. Just take them.
Take the
hey,
ducks.
Thanks for the tip, guys. This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the
And
ducks.
then
move
what you
on.
do is you follow these people around and throw ducks at them for as long as you have them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. You know what? Better yet, get a slingshot.
There you go.
Stand
I like
across the
this.
street and slingshot plastic ducks
mini
at
ducks.
these people.
I like it a lot.
It
It's a
just
great
goes to
idea.
show there's so many things that you see in life where you look at someone and go, if you took the time that you spend thinking about crap like that and applied it to good, or something that serves your interest, you can probably do pretty well in this life.
Yeah.
Or just make it fun instead of saying, hey,
Thank
we
you.
want to do this to see if you cleaned or not. It could have been like, hey, we think you're into rubber duckies and we're making this a great scavenger hunt for you to make your cleaning job less boring.
Yeah.
There's actually a great comment on this story that said you should have hidden small tips around the house instead. And then that way when they find the little tips, that's a nicer way to do it.
Well,
Ooh, piece of candy.
yeah, anything.
Or even $5 bills.
Or a fortune from a fortune cookie that says cleanliness is close to godliness.
Yes.
Whatever it takes.
That's from a fortune cookie? I thought it was Billy Corgan.
I don't know. It's either that or may you live in interesting times. Or lottery numbers. That's all I ever get.
Right.
We all got pets. I got a dog. I got a cat. You have one dog, Fletcher?
One dog.
Ryder?
Mini dog.
We got 4 tortoises. They're like mini dinosaurs and 1 very expensive kitty cat.
Yeah. 4 tortoises. I don't know why I always think it's 2. I'm sorry. I'm shortchanging.
Yeah.
I don't know. Lettuce and Bingo. I don't know their names. Sorry.
That's fine. We'll go with lettuce and bingo.
4 tortoises.
Yeah, I forgot about the other 2.
I don't know how it is with tortoises, but I know with cats and dogs anyway, you constantly see things and you're like, oh, I got to get that. Oh, he'll love that. I got to get that for him.
Right.
And veterinarians every year are like, would you stop? They always have to pull us on the arm like a little kid and go, it's not a candy store. It's an animal.
Right.
With the kitty cat, it's always like, oh, we think this will be cool, and then we know she's going to hate it, so you just know right at the cash register, you're throwing the money away.
Yes,
but
you are.
They gotcha.
Yeah.
They gotcha with that, oh, don't you love your
Just
pet
can't
thing?
help yourself.
Yeah.
I have never, ever walked into a pet store with one item to purchase and purchased one item. I don't think it's ever happened. It might even just be an extra bone.
Yeah.
But it's something extra. I'm going to see something for either one of those two and go like, no, screw it. And then I get home and it's like, oh, wait, that's right. He has 11 bones.
Right. It's kind of like when you were a kid walking into a toy store.
That's what it is.
When you go to a dog, a pet store these days.
Dude, it's not even the pet store. Like Maple Glazed Donuts down on Minnehaha Parkway has little catnip treats that they make there, and I'm just a sucker for that.
Yeah.
So there are certain things that veterinarians are like saying, guys, can we just please stop with this? And this one surprised me. Laser pointers for cats. Now, the laser pointer toy that's a Gorman family tradition. Milo loves that thing. Ginger, when we had 2 cats, also loved the laser pointer. Now, we don't do it every day. We're not like obsessed with it. It's the kind of thing it's like once a week I go, oh, there's that thing. And I pick it up and we have about, 90 seconds of great fun. And then I set it down because then I get bored. But apparently a lot of cats develop stress-related aggression over grooming or inappropriate urine marking from repeated use. As someone who's had cats that were inappropriately urine marking, the Marbles and Binky War of the 1990s at our house in Midtown Atlanta.
The what?
We had a cat, Marbles, the original
The Marbles
cat.
and Binky War?
Binky, the second cat. They were 6 and 7 and decided, let's have a turf war.
How long had they been living together before?
6 years.
6 years? Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, we had Marbles for 7. She was a year old. We grabbed a friend, Binky. They got along fine.
Yeah.
They were exact polar opposites. Marbles was jet black and barely moved, and we later found out had bad vision. And she was just like a lap cat.
Yeah.
And then Binky was let me out, let me go to the yard. She was a killing maniac, birds, snakes,
Ooh.
chipmunks, squirrels. She was action cat. Marbles was at birth an old lady who just wanted to knit. That was the personality of our 2 cats. And when they were 7 and 6, one day they're like, you know what? Let's just start peeing all over all the baseboards in this house.
Yes.
So much so that the only thing, and by the way, every bit of advice we were given from our veterinarian, from a cat lady, like I can read cat. We actually talked to a friend of a friend who's like, I understand cats. I'm a cat therapist. And like, it's completely useless.
Therapist?
Talk about the stupid thing you do. She didn't charge us. She's like, I'll come over and get a vibe. I understand cats.
Okay.
And I think she meant the play on Broadway.
It's a good play.
Long story short, we ended up giving Binky to a friend. It's the only way to. It was the only way we could ever end it after 3 years.
And the urine wars. Did you have to replace any baseboards?
No, we were spraying it with that stuff nonstop. We were on the ball.
Yeah.
The enzymes.
Yeah, exactly. The 90s were great for us because we didn't have kids, so we focused a lot on our pets.
Of course.
Anyway, Binky moved off to a friend's house, and he just let her loose, and she was a killing maniac for the rest of her very long life, and they were very happy to not be together. But apparently, we didn't have a laser pointer, so this was just them being crazy because those didn't exist in the 90s as far as I know.
Yeah,
I've heard, and my brother has an example, if you get the laser pointers, don't use those with dogs because certain dogs will notice that and chase them just like a cat. And there's a whole thing where if you do that with a puppy, if you bring a puppy along with a laser pointer, you'll scramble its brain. And my brother is living proof. He's got a cockapoo, and then he's got a cockapoo that was raised with a laser pointer. And the one with the laser pointer is nuts. Completely out of his mind. I wonder if that's just his case, but he was like, no, I read this whole thing. My vet was like, oh, bad idea. Certain dog breeds, laser pointers.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I wonder if anybody else has ever had that with a laser pointer with their dog.
So what do you mean his brain was scrambled? Like he just couldn't keep calm? He was all over the place all the
really,
time?
really manic at all times. The dog's a complete nightmare.
Man, if I wanted to wreak havoc on my brother's house, my brother and sister-in-law's house, they have a 180-pound Mastiff. Mm-hmm. Bring a laser pointer over and see if I get the dog going. Just absolutely destroy the railings and the walls.
Yeah. I think you had to go. I think you had to do it when you got to start young with the dog.
Missed opportunity, man.
Bummer.
Here's one. They say dog shampoos marketed as made for dogs.
So
I mean, it seems reasonable.
I got a jug of dog shampoo at home right now.
It seems reasonable to buy dog shampoo that says, made for dogs.
It's apparently a lot of these products don't fully disclose active and inactive ingredients. They can contain harsh chemicals that do more good than harm than good over time. Okay, now I will say the one we have is like Burt's Bees All Natural or something like that. Which
crap.
Anytime I bring the dog, I put the dog in the tub, I always forget that we have that shampoo. And then I go I take her to Chuck and Don's up the street because they have big tubs.
Right.
And I'll take Chauncey in there and I'll put him in there. And then I'm like, I forgot the shampoo. And then I got to use their shampoo. And then Rosemary goes, why'd you forget the shampoo? And then I'm like, what are you washing? And then we have a fight.
Great.
And then who wins?
But apparently you aren't supposed to buy shampoo at all.
So stay away from shampoo because, man, you're going to forget it. And that's going to lead. That's going to be a problem for the relationship.
So are they saying just be judgmental as far as the made for dogs shampoo that you use? Just use regular shampoo?
No. They're saying just make sure it's all natural. Just go with that.
Gotcha.
And the word oatmeal does not necessarily inherently mean all natural. It just means you won't be able to smell it later. This is a great oatmeal-based shampoo. Great. It smells like air. Congratulations. I wanted him to smell like a sassy boy. 651-989-ROCK. What's the dumbest thing you ever bought for your pet? Westside Volkswagen talking text line. So here's one. I can't forget this one. Vets say, hey, stop with this. Retractable leashes. Yeah, I've learned that one the hard way.
Who only walks an imaginary dog every afternoon. What's the deal with attractable leashes? Why aren't they good? Because wouldn't you want to pull the dog back if people are coming by?
Right. So it's basically your way of saying I haven't leash trained my dog.
Oh.
I'm just going to let him go and then reel him back and let him go and reel him back. If you have a 10-pound dog, fine. But when you have a larger dog, I mean, I look at Chauncey and I just see a little baby boy. He's 80 pounds. To the average person, that's a scary animal coming their way. Mm-hmm. And if he's got 20 feet to play with, that's problematic because even if you're pulling him back, if he decides he's going after something and he's not right next to me, it's a problem.
Yeah.
So
it's cheating. It's a shortcut.
Well, it's a shortcut, and the locking mechanism can totally fail. You know, those things, I mean, you see it all the time. You think you're holding the thumb down, and all of a sudden your dog wants to bolt, and if it fails, your dog's got 20 or 25 or 30 feet that you're helpless to stop him. If that locking thing fails, he's basically a free dog.
Okay.
The cool part about having a 10-pound dog is even if the thing fails,
Sure. Yeah, exactly right.
I mean, for me, I look at that and it's like, this is asinine. I mean, because I'm not going to jolt the dog, number one. Number two, the locking memechanism is kind of irrelevant. It's just a matter of whether I want her right next to me or let her have a little bit of space.
You're like walking
a
gerbil. It's fine.
It's not that small.
The worst thing is going to happen.
She's not that small.
The worst thing is going to happen is someone's going to step on your dog accidentally. I'm saying, like, the dog is way more at risk than anybody the dog is approaching.
Accidentally step on her. That's just hurtful.
I'm just saying.
But she's way bigger than a gerbil.
Well, okay, then a guinea pig. A hamster. I don't know which one's the biggest one.
This is a very guinea pig-sized animal that you have, Fletcher.
You guys, you know what? You've never met her. You don't even know how big she is.
I've seen pictures. I feel like we're saving the retractable leashes for kids at the Minnesota State Fair. Is that the plan?
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
That is fair.
On the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line.
Tubby came in with a good one. Mitz, his orange polydactyl, loves his little remote control mouse. You can move the mouse nose too. That's crucial.
Okay.
If you can't move the nose on the mouse, what are we doing really?
Polydactyl means Tubby has a cat with an extra little paw right there, little nubbin right there. So very rare.
Another way for that animal to wreak havoc in your life. That's all cats are here to do. My dad, kind of a funny guy on occasion, and he sometimes he leaned on the same wise cracks a little too often, but one thing he always said about people and it always made me laugh as a kid, he doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground. It was just a standard Don Gorman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Always made me laugh. But there's far more creative ways to let someone know what you think of them. So many more creative insults that don't involve swearing, that don't involve that you don't even have to be mean. It's just sort of more like you're stating a fact that everyone understands. The funniest insults are the subtle, like, whew, boy.
Yeah.
He didn't lean on raising his voice at all with that one. Mm-hmm. And there's so many good ones. I'm curious what your favorites are. Hit us up, 651-989-ROCK, Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line. I like this one. Some people bring joy wherever they go. Others, whenever. Oscar Wilde. So that's old school.
Whenever they go, yeah.
That's a little Oscar Wilde, but
solid.
just to get the palate established, what we're going for here.
Yeah.
All right.
Oscar Wilde had another good one. He has no enemies, but is intensely disliked by his friends. And you know what? If you think about it, you know some people like that.
That's brutal.
There are some people like there. Mark Twain, my guy. I didn't attend the funeral, but I sent a nice note saying that I approved of it.
Wow.
Okay. Ouch. So, I'm just saying we don't have to all go back to the 19th century. Another good one. This is something my dad had his own version of, which I can't repeat on air, but he used to say this. Hey, thanks for helping. That was just like doing it by myself, but harder. There's a Marine version of that one, which was always pretty good.
I imagine.
Yeah. Ryder, your dad had to have something up his sleeve. I mean, he's a wisecracking guy. Maybe not insulting, but
he is a wisecracking guy. But like most Scandinavians, it's reflected inward. So I would often hear kiddo, I only got the 2 brain cells left, and they're working against each other.
Got it.
One of my favorites.
That's a good one.
The self-deprecation in there.
Yeah.
I always appreciate the Midwestern ones. Not the sharpest knife in the drawer, not the brightest crayon in the box.
Yeah.
Those sort of things are always pretty good.
Another great one, which if there were so many times I wish I'd thought of this at the time, because every time I come across it again, I'm like, I love that one. I neither have the time nor the crayons to explain this to you. Come on, man. That's as good as it gets. That's good stuff.
That is really good. I got to shout out Mary coming in solid on the Facebook page. You're a walking facepalm.
There you go.
Wow, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, 651-989-ROCK. Who's on the text line, Fletcher?
Bill says if you had 2 brains, you'd be twice as stupid.
Well,
okay,
that's how math works, isn't it?
I like it. I like it. I do have to go back a little bit. This is not going to the 19th century. Let's go to the 20th century. But playwright George Bernard Shaw. Okay. He and Winston Churchill had a beef.
Ooh.
Kind of famously. George Bernard Shaw wrote to Winston Churchill and said, "I'm enclosing 2 tickets to the first night of my new play. Bring a friend if you have one." And Winston Churchill's response was, "Cannot possibly attend the first night. I will attend the second if there is one."
Oh,
come on, that's good stuff.
Yeah,
I like when
yeah.
smart people beef.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty good, I'm just saying.
Crazy Brits.
Robert Truesdell, a presidential historian, wrote this about Richard Nixon.
Okay.
He inherited some good instincts from his Quaker forebears, but by diligent hard work, he overcame all of them. Come on. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Hit us up. Let us know your favorite PG insults. We're making a collection. We have to start utilizing these a little more often. One more from my buddy Winston Churchill in an exchange between he and Lady Astor. She said, "If you were my husband, I'd give you poison." And he said, "If you were my wife, I'd drink it."
Yes.
Come on.
That's
Don't
classic.
mess with Churchill. Fletcher, you got a few.
I share your feelings.
You got a few.
Yeah, you know what? Growing up, my dad was my hockey coach. A lot of my chirps come from the world of sport.
Sure.
And I'm pretty sure he stole this from Herb Brooks. You're playing worse every day, and right now you're playing like it's next week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wow, how have I never heard that one? That's
Papa
great.
Fletcher.
That's one of the-
I know.
That's a good one, man.
That's one of the best you can ever have. And then we had in a previous neighborhood I lived in. The people I had on each side of me were fantastic, and we had this person across the street that was just the bane of the neighborhood. And one of my neighbors once said, "If Mr. Rogers was your neighbor, he'd move."
Boy, there you have it.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
One of the most tolerant dudes in the history of history.
A goldie but a goodie. Wisdom is chasing him, but man, that dude can run fast.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Doug from Matamita in the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talking text line says, "Come back when you don't need to stay so long."
There you go. All right.
I like that.
One that I have heard used in very casual conversation and was in awe of. I envy the simplicity of your perspective. I heard that and I was like, I gotta remember, and I never remember it. And then it comes to me, and like right now, I don't need it.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a time when I'm gonna want to say it. I'm gonna go, "What's that line about envy?" Go, come on.
Yeah.
Right there.
Gotta write these down.
Yeah, that's a good one. Another Doug, a different Doug. You're just like a blister. You show up when the work is done.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work.
Ooh, yeah.
507 number. My dad would call people a roundhead if they did something foolish. I'm not sure what that means.
A roundhead.
A roundhead.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Sounds like that sounds like there's some military something about that. I don't know.
I think so. Carol coming in on the Facebook page. You've got the personality of a stale ham sandwich. Not sure if that insults people or ham sandwiches.
Wow, really?
Probably
Yeah.
both.
How about this? You are why the Power Rangers had to yell out their colors. Wow. Okay. I can explain it to you, but I cannot understand it for you.
That's accurate.
That's a good one.
Yes.
One more on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talking text line from Matthew. I was once told I was more disappointing than an unsalted pretzel. I'm not sure which way that's meant, but I hope that means in bed, probably.
I don't know. In any context, it's a good one.
That is.
That's fantastic. You may have heard Sly and Robbie, the name of a rhythm section, Jamaican musicians. Drummer Sly Dunbar, bassist Robbie Shakespeare. Robbie Shakespeare died in 2021, and yesterday we lost Sly Dunbar. Legendary is a bit of an understatement. A Jamaican drummer who crossed over into rock and roll and is responsible for so many things you've heard and may not have even been aware of. It's estimated over the many decades, Sly and Robbie played on so many recordings that have been sampled and dubbed and recreated. Over 200,000 recordings you can find that are attributed to this man on the drum kit.
Amazing.
Wow.
Quite possibly the world's most recorded musician when you factor in re-recordings and people taking what he did and adding it in new contexts. A crazy. The Black Uhuru, that band, driven on the rhythm section of Sly and Robbie, Jimmy Cliff, Peter Tosh, all these legendary people that he played with, led him to performing Sly and Robbie on Bob Dylan's Infidels album. Mark Knopfler produced it and said, I'm going to bring in a Jamaican rhythm section for you, Bob. And, of course, Bob made that work out just fine.
That he did.
Joker Man, probably the most famous song from that album.
Yep.
Grace Jones, the Rolling Stones, as a producer duo, Sly and Robbie, worked with, no doubt, Sinead O'Connor, Marianne Faithfull, just countless artists. Just one of those guys that, musicians know, studio folks know, blah, blah, blah. But the average Joe driving down the road, you'd be amazed at how much of this man's work you're familiar with. Gone at the age of 73. Yeah. Apparently had been sick. His wife's statement said he had a really great day. A bunch of friends came by, and then he just went to sleep. And I think she kind of thought, he probably realized, okay, this is a great time.
This is a good time.
So, hey, Sly Dunbar, nice job, dude. Seriously, you more than earned your keep. Godspeed to an all-timer.
For sure.
This Friday night, January 30th, we're going to go Gorman in the morning to the movies. We're going to go out to Imagine Willow Creek. We're going to watch Fargo. And if you'd like to join us, well, we got good news for you. We're going to play a little game called Wisconsin, Texas, Florida, Riders Edition.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's winning tickets to join us Friday night.
And we're going to find out if that's meat in your pants or if you're just happy to see us.
Very, very eager to finally get the answer to that all-time question.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
All right. We're going to go. We're going to have a happy hour. We're going to hang out. We're going to watch a great movie.
Speaking of the happy hour, this just in. We're going to have a drink available called the Son of a Gunderson and a drink called the Wood Chipper.
Wow.
Okay. So Imagine Willow Creek coming up huge with some specialty cocktails.
Norm, Son of a Gunderson.
Yes. Do you have an ingredient list on those?
The Son of a Gunderson is still not 100%, but the Wood Chipper is 9 ounces. Tito's Kahlua heavy cream, splash of cherry juice garnished with a shredded cherry.
Okay.
Yep.
Solid.
I'm picturing it right now.
Yeah.
Tasty.
All right.
Sounds fantastic.
The happy hour might go a little more than an hour. With Son of a Gunderson and the Wood Chippers flowing.
I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any objection to getting there early if you want to.
So we're gonna have a good time, and you can join us. That is, if you win tickets. And so, how about we give you an opportunity to do that just now? It's Tuesday, which means it's time for WTF: Wisconsin, Texas, Florida.
Yeah.
3 stories that all happened in one of those 3 states. Ryder, it's your game.
Okay, we're going to start off with one that answers the question, is that meat in your pants or are you just happy to see me?
High-priced meat heist caught on camera, and you will not believe where that suspect tried to hide the steak after allegedly committing the crime. Local 10's Rosh Lowe is live. He's in with this exclusive. All right, I can't wait to hear this one, Rosh.
Okay, so let's go shopping together, okay? This is a great kosher supermarket. Take a look here at all the meat, okay? But now let's get here to the brisket. Take a look at how big these briskets are, okay? Now we're just beginning. Imagine taking a brisket like this, right? And this is expensive stuff. This brisket's about 93 bucks. One thing to take it under your shirt like this. This guy, and it's all on video, was going around sticking it down his pants. And the store owner has a clear message for him. Take a look here at Kosher Kingdom in Monday. This guy goes up to the high-end steak aisle. Okay, there's more. There's also a massive brisket. I guess he was wearing loose jeans.
Big pants. I think they're like made for stealing, you know? He has them blocked, they're blocked at the bottom so it doesn't go through.
This is the prime cowboy steak. And it's not a cheap piece of meat.
No, as you can see, it's almost $100.
What was this guy doing?
He came over here, looked around to see if anybody was looking, and he shoved it in his pants.
This is 77 bucks, but to shove it down your pants is not easy.
Yeah, we were shocked. That's why when he came back the one steak, I thought, okay, I got it back, what he stole. And then when we found out there was this thing in his pants, it was unbelievable. It's just like shocking.
Yeah, the store owner actually took to Facebook this morning, right? She's over there, and she said, look, enough's enough. We can't deal with this. We're trying to earn a living here. And this guy you saw there in the video just stuffing the meat down his pants, also getting away with wine. It was recovered, but by the way, he remains out there this evening.
Oh, boy.
We're live in Now, I'm Rosh Lowe, Local 10 News.
Honey, where's my stealing jeans? I can't find them anywhere.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I can't believe the steak bandit is still on the loose.
Yeah.
I mean, that brings to mind, of course, the middle school classic tube steak smothered in underwear, but that's a different joke for a different day. Wow.
I was very familiar with that one in junior high.
Sure you were.
Yeah.
And that $93 for a brisket, is that freaking real?
I guess so.
Jeez.
That's some quality brisket.
Might need to get myself some meat stealing pants of my own. Okay, so there's that one, and then we're going to move on to love triangle and bench presses at the gym.
Tonight, investigators say a possible love triangle turned violent and is making national headlines.
Last week, an woman was arrested after authorities say she threatened to drop a 25-pound weight on a woman her boyfriend was involved with at a gym. According to deputies, it happened at the 24-hour fitness in. Our Matt Doherty joins us live. Matt, you spoke with the suspect tonight.
Yeah, she tells me she's not ready to talk about what happened. Deputies tell me what happened at this gym could have been deadly.
Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, in this case a 25-pound weight.
This is 25-year-old Erilyn Martinez, who the Precinct 4 Constable's office says could have killed a woman during her workout last week.
Not very often with weights and not very often at a gym.
Captain Juan Flores says it appears Martinez was overcome with rage at the 24-hour fitness on the night of January the 6th.
So they were probably just using the facility at the same time.
Martinez apparently saw a woman she recognized working out on the floor.
These two individuals don't necessarily know each other to our knowledge.
That's when they say cell phone video shows Martinez take a 25-pound weight, rush toward the woman on the ground, then say, quote, "I'm going to drop this plate on you," then throw the plate toward the woman's head. Captain Flores says the woman on the floor moved out of the way just in time.
So luckily, people that were around stepped in and calmed the situation.
After that, Martinez left the gym, but was later arrested.
If you make the bond, don't go back to that gym.
Martinez is currently free on a $1,000 bond. And I'm Matt Doherty, 11 News.
Poor old reporter Matt does not sound excited to have to go do the gym love triangle.
He really
story.
didn't sound good about that. She is being held without bond, and my prescription is in and waiting for me to pick it up. I need to pep up. Boy, nothing like announcing your intentions. I'm going to drop this 25-pound plate on you. If you wanted to hit the woman, keep your mouth shut.
Right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm glad she did. No one wants to see someone's head caved in, but good Lord.
Yeah, I think that's one of those situations where it was all bluster.
A short little Spitfire, it looked like, though. Like she was definitely going to call herself out.
Wow.
Man, I learned a lesson early in life, which is if you're going to break up a fight, make sure it's two dudes. Dead serious. Do not think you can break up a fight between two women.
No.
It will not end gladly. It will not end well for you.
All right, here we go. Last one. A little something extra in the Uber delivery.
Let's begin at 4 with a stomach-turning surprise for an Uber Eats customer.
He tells us he opened up his order from a Japanese restaurant and was grossed out by what he found in the bag. Ian Margolis is live now to tell us about the disgusting delivery in a one and only exclusive. Ian.
Calvin Laurie, he was expecting to get his Japanese food, and it was in the bag. The problem is there was something else in the bag that was absolutely disgusting.
It's disgusting, unhealthful, it's potentially deadly.
Leo is beside himself after he got a little more than he paid for with his Uber Eats order Sunday night.
What do you do if you find this in your food?
Just before 10 p.m., he placed the order from a nearby Japanese restaurant through the Uber Eats app, and when it arrived, he walked out of his hotel to meet the delivery driver.
I grabbed the food, and right when I got the food, she struck off running. And I was like, that was kind of odd.
Brushing it off, he walked up to his hotel room and opened the plastic bag. In it, he saw his food in a brown paper bag and something else.
I thought this, when I was pulling it out, I was like, this sure is a fancy napkin.
But it wasn't a napkin at all. It was a pair of thigh-length underwear stained with what looks like human feces. Ugh. Disgusted, he threw them back into the bag and called Uber, the restaurant, and the police department. All of them apologized but said they couldn't really do anything about it, but Leo said that wasn't good enough. So he called Local 10, saying he wanted to make sure people were aware of what happened.
Any other thing, you can let it pass, but that's not a joke.
Live at Ian Margolis. Local 10 News.
So turns your stomachs. All right, thanks a lot.
There you go.
Okay, I don't think that's the restaurant. That sounds to me like the Uber Eats person.
Yeah.
Right?
For whatever reason.
Yeah, Uber shut down the driver's account so they can't do Uber Eats deliveries anymore. But these are like bloomers or something.
The way they were describing it and the delivery girl ran off, I thought it was going to be plutonium. I was like, I was not expecting just
not a stink bomb.
Yeah, no kidding. Holy smokes.
I couldn't get over the lead anchor. Just like the way he was getting after it. It was a local 10 exclusive.
Man,
these were all exclusive, and they were all real excited.
That'd be tough for me because I'd have to think about like, okay, well, what am I going to stuff up my nose so I can still eat this sushi? Okay, there's Ryder's version of Wisconsin, Texas, Florida.
Oh boy.
It's time to determine where these all went down. Brenda from Maplewood called in. Apparently, she is on the money. She's got all the right answers. All right, let's see what we got, Ryder. A quick recap.
Okay, we started off with a thief who put 2 cuts of meat, both worth damn near $100, and a couple of bottles of wine down his pants. Where do you guys think that happened? Wisconsin, Texas, or Florida?
Against my better instincts, I just think big slabs of meat. I think Texas, so I'm going the Lone Star State.
What are you thinking, Fletcher?
I don't know why. You know what? I don't have a reason. I'm just guessing Florida.
All right, Brenda, what's the answer?
The crazy state of Florida.
Okay, there's one for Fletcher.
All right, take it.
Fair enough.
All right, then we got the love triangle at the gym. Things getting feisty. Wisconsin, Texas, or Florida? Steve?
I'm going Wisconsin. It's so anti-Scotty, so not Midwestern.
Okay.
It could only be like the outlier. So just because it shouldn't be Wisconsin, I'm going to say Wisconsin.
Okay, I feel like I picked up on a familiar voice in the clip. It sounded like one of our favorite sheriffs, so I'm saying Florida.
Brenda?
That'd be Texas.
Oh,
man.
Tejas.
Was that not Grady in there? It sounded like Grady. Okay.
Dang it. You got to listen to some more Grady Judge, I think.
That's
that
what
did
it
not
sounded
sound like him. All right, and then finally, a little bonus. Some soiled underwear delivered with the Uber Eats sushi.
Ugh.
Wisconsin, Texas, or Florida?
I mean, that could be that. Boy. Okay, so the Japanese restaurant. Who knows? I'm just gonna pray I get one right, and I'm gonna stick with Wisconsin.
Okay.
For me, I always apply this rule. Anytime the crazier, the more bizarre that it is, it's Florida.
Well, Ryder said the word bloomers, so I'm just going Wisconsin. What do we got, Brenda?
Florida it is.
Man.
There you go.
They're completely, absolutely insane in Florida. So,
0 for 3.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're not in
man.
Wisconsin?
Not like that. No, not Florida weird. No.
Congrats, Brenda. We'll see you Friday night for Fargo. Very, very well played.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Dave Matthews Band right there. Dave Matthews Band right here.
Now.
By right here, I mean at the Mystic Amphitheater. That is June 23rd. That show was just announced at the top of the hour.
Uh-huh.
Tickets go on sale February the 20th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a ways out. Get in that Dave Matthews Band fan club if you want some tickets a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Good luck getting them if you don't get them early.
Yeah.
We were just talking about the fact, Fletcher, you said since 1980.
Yep.
Bands that have introduced themselves to the world since 1980. U2 leads the chart with tickets sold, individual concert tickets sold.
Right.
Okay.
That checks out.
Yep.
Number 2 on the list.
The number 2 most single tickets sold at over 23 million is the Dave Matthews Band, which kind of surprised me.
Not bad, Dave.
I mean,
There
think
we go.
Think of Springsteen and the Stones, Metallica, Bon Jovi. I mean, there's just so many huge bands that have been around since 1980. Dave Matthews Band, though, number 2.
The first major label release, it was released in 94. And in the summer of 95, a Summerfest in Milwaukee was going on, giant music festival every summer.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And I saw Dave Matthews play one night at the amphitheater there. It's a big one, 22,000 tickets.
Yeah.
beyond sold out. And I remember watching the and I was like, oh, this is that Dave Matthews Band. I'll check it out. And I was like, what in the hell's happening? Because it was like a Beatles gig, the way that crowd. And I was like, okay, if this was in the Carolinas or Virginia, I'd get it. But this is Wisconsin?
Yeah.
It's like, I guess this guy's going to be kind of big. And has not receded one bit in all those years.
No.
Just a touring staple.
Get some barley pops and those Scotties, and they know how to party.
You always hear stories every now and again. There's always, and it's usually baseball, crazy injuries, guys who injure themselves sneezing. You always hear about Ricky Romero was a Blue Jays pitcher, sneezed and strained an oblique. Dave's got one of those stories, not about a sneeze, but in 1999 or 2000, Dave Matthews famously, late night in a hotel room in Boston, had a few pops. He and the guys are goofing around.
Okay.
And at some point, it made sense to him to try to catch some grapes in his mouth. So somebody was throwing grapes across the room. And he tripped over a guitar case, fell into the arm of the chair, and broke 2 ribs.
Oh.
And he stayed on tour. Had to keep going. But
I'm not going to get anything done today. I can see that already.
Yeah, breaking ribs, drunk, trying to catch grapes in your mouth. That's pretty good. That's good. That's good old-fashioned tour hijinks, right there.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Some might say.
You know,
Rockstar cred.
happens.
92 KQRS.
Earlier, we were discussing insults. The best ones, the PG-rated insults. No profanity needed. Just bury them with wit, if you will.
The ones that'll keep us out of trouble with the FCC.
Most importantly, yes, of course, for our purposes. A few good ones came in on the Facebook page.
Oh, I feel like Jed uses this one quite a bit. He says the insult is about as useful as boobs on a boar.
Oh, boy.
I like that one. Diana Montemita came in with you're a traffic cone of a human being. That might be an insult to traffic cones. And then Burke has one that has me especially triggered because mine are so painful. He says, I hope you get hiccups.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's very mean. That's below the belt.
That's tough.
Yes.
Our 16th president, Abraham Lincoln, once said of another, he can compress the most words into the smallest idea of any man I know.
I've met those people.
That's pretty great. Pretty great right there.
Amy on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talking text line, she says, you're living proof that common sense is a superpower.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Wally, Brooklyn Center, had a couple of them.
All right, let's hear Wally's.
These are good for, he says, specifically using for at work that won't land you in the ER office, or the HR, office. I can see why that makes sense to you.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, that's just passive-aggressive, subtle.
The musician's version of that is when you see someone's gig and go, oh, man, I saw what you were going for.
Yeah.
Another one from Wally. You seem very committed to your current level of understanding.
There you go. That's a good one.
That's a really good one. 507. My father-in-law used to say to us younger folk, use your head. It's like new.
Wow.
Okay, that'll work.
He had a point. Yeah.
And last but not least, Eddie said, my dad liked to say, if their brains were dynamite, they couldn't blow their nose.
Ooh, that's a dad
Fair
joke.
enough. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Another good one from our buddy Mark Twain. He sat there looking like an envelope without any address on it. And then, come on.
The blank stare.
Yeah. The blank stare is a good one. It's good to call that out when you see. Let's see. There was one other I saw. Well, you did your best, and that's what's so sad about this.
Mm-hmm.
I think that daily.
I've got one more from the text line. Mike from Mound has to credit Sherlock from the TV show Elementary. That's the dumbest thing I've heard you say, and I've known you for a really long time.
Okay, fair enough. I said earlier my dad had a few of these, and I just remembered that he actually said this to a friend of mine. Like, I was in 10th grade, and he was a bit of a blowhard, and my dad goes, I can't believe I'm saying this, but you are as dumb as you look.
Yeah.
And I was like, Dad, we're kids. You're saying that to a 9th or 10th grader. And, of course, I never forgot it. I was like, it's pretty funny.
This exercise reminded me of one that my buddy Dennis used to say when I lived in Omaha for quite a while. And he used a different word, but we'll keep it PG. That person doesn't know the difference between crap and apple butter. That's one that stuck with me, and I use that quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll work.
Because they look kind of the same, you know?
Pretty good one. Strong effort. Spoiler alert.
Uh-oh.
You always hear people say that. Spoiler alert.
Yes.
Today's last word. This is something that really matters now, but nowhere near as much as it used to. Like, for example, in the 90s, like when the movie The Sixth Sense came out.
Oh, yeah.
99% of the people that saw that movie were able to see the twist and go, oh, my God, because we wouldn't spoil things because we were more civilized people back then. We didn't have social media. We didn't have the internet. You could walk into a movie and again, the vast majority of people would have not had an ending spoiled because, that's how it used to be.
Right.
But those days are gone, but sometimes I find myself looking back and being like, and it wasn't so bad back then. I kind of wish I could go back there. Well, not that long ago in Antarctica, a couple of Russian scientists got into a bit of a tiff. An engineer, Savitsky, was accused of stabbing a welder at an Antarctic Russian place. He stabbed a welder named Bagolazov in the chest. Stabbed him, right? Boom. Now, he didn't kill him.
Okay.
He was airlifted to Chile for medical treatment. Everybody was going to be fine.
Okay.
This was on the South Shetland Islands in Antarctica. The Bellinghausen Station, a Russian research station. Now, these guys go down there for months at a time.
Yes.
And they're isolated.
Right.
And the tiff that led to the stabbing, that bastard Belogozov was reading books from the base library and spoiling the endings before Savitsky could get to them.
Yeah. That's insane.
Gross and not right.
I'm charmed by this. It reminds me of a simpler time. And honestly, I'm on Savitsky's side. He should have stabbed him. Shut him up, didn't it?
Oh, man. That's a little much.
There's only so many entertainment options.
That's what I'm saying.
Are you doing?
Imagine. The guy, he would continuously say, have you read this? No. Well, and then, boom, here's the ending.
There goes the ending. It's called Cabin Fever, and it's real.
Yeah.
I'll take his side on one caveat. If
Okay.
he warned him, if you keep spoiling these books, I'm going to stab you.
That's the remake of The Thing. Needs to be just that story right there.
Yeah.
There's not a monster out there. There's a guy who keeps spoiling the endings of books. It's way worse. I love a good Russian stabbing over spoiling the book's story. Hey, tomorrow on this show, more chances to see Fargo with us on Friday.
Nice.
We'll also be talking with former Olympic champ Rob McClanahan. That's a Miracle on Ice guy.
He's a Miracle on Ice guy, and he's a stud from Minnesota, and he's an awesome dude, by the way.
Right on.
Spoiler, USA won that game.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
They absolutely did.
You know what we're going to be talking about?
Tell me.
We've got a new Miracle on Ice documentary hitting Netflix this Friday with all kinds of new footage. I'm like beyond excited.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Gorman in the morning is also Gorman on the go. Get the 92 KQRS app and stream live or catch the Gorman in the morning podcast anytime. 92 KQRS.